I'm the Logan Riversby here, career mastery coach and creator of Power to Promotion program that helps women in management create a life on their own terms. Now, I'm going to talk to you today about the success cycle, which is really important if we're going to be tackling procrastination. And this cycle happens every time we tackle the procrastination, and then we either reach the great result or reach the lousy result, and then the circle of success happens. And we're going to see now how we can become better at beating procrastination and being better and more successful, and what happens when we do some wrong things that I'm going to tackle today, and how we can get out of this doing the wrong things, the circle. So pay close attention. This is our success cycle. Now, if you see, it has 4 squares here, and you can see this square says potential. The next square is action. The following square is results, and the last one is belief or attitude. And you can see these arrows leading from one to another in a circular motion. So if I ask you to tell me what kind of potential human being has, what kind of potential we have as human beings, is our potential limited or is it unlimited? Do we have unlimited potential? We have unlimited potential, right? So this is what we are born with. We can do whatever we want. We can do anything. And you have learned this, right? At some highly powered events like UPW, you have learned this. You felt it. You felt your potential. It's a huge potential we've got, right? And then with this potential, we take certain action right here. Or you want to change your job, so you take action to change your job, for instance. Or you take action to get promoted. Or you take action to have a new relationship. Or you take action to sell something, right? You take action, you go door to door to sell, and you get some results, right? Based on the results that you get, you develop a belief or an attitude about it, right? And if you had like a lousy results from like sales of your product at the first door, your belief or attitude could be like, oh my God, there's like another door that I have to go in front of and sell something and do something. And then you knock on this door, and then you're like, you don't want to buy anything from me, do you? Obviously, you're not going to say that, right? But your attitude, your body language projects this kind of, belief out of you, and people see it, they feel it, right? So what happens? You then say, you know what? I better be careful at the next door. Maybe like do some strategy or do this or that, not sure really what I'm going to do, and you start restricting your potential, right? And this happens today in our economy too. You'll see how our potential, has led into some kind of action which didn't really give great results, and then everybody's like, oh my God, it's gonna get even worse. So what we have to do is like shrink down our potential and, be afraid and just guard what we got, and like don't do anything until it passes, right? So this is the mindset that we have. And a similar mindset happens all the time with the bad and poor people. Because if you notice, like the rich people get richer and the poor people get poorer. And this is the circle that they go into. And why does this happen? In short, is because of our potential, action taking, and results result into the belief or attitude. And this is where the split happens. So we can take huge action based on our potential, which happens like after we attend these amazingly inspiring events, right? We take this amazing like action and we get like maybe amazing results, right? And then we have like, oh yeah, this is the great belief, and we develop this amazing attitude. I can do this. It's like giving me great results. I have unlimited potential. And you take action again, and again you get great results, and amazing belief and attitude strengthens it. It gives you more certainty, and your potential grows even more. And then you take another action, and then results maybe don't show up as great, and you're like already, oh sugar, I took the same action, same results, I have the same potential, I have the same results. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, and what happens, this is where the split happens, and you split here in your belief into 3. The first thing that happens, you develop the attitude perhaps of a dabbler. So what doubler does is goes through all of these things. Potential is great, takes action, results don't give them the results that he wants, and he's like, oh, maybe this is a wrong job, maybe this is a wrong relationship, maybe I should not go, onto this course, didn't really give me the results. And then the belief is like, that's not good, you know what, I sort of have reached some plateau here, and I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere, and I think my potential is being wasted. Let's choose another thing to do, right? So you have this belief that if this is your potential and this is your results, you have like amazing, things that happens, and then you reach some kind of plateau in your results, and then this is where the doubt happens. And then what the doubler does, says, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna try something else. And they walk out on their partner, they leave the job, or they stop gaining any interest to get promoted. They just sort of sit there and okay, what am I gonna do? I think my talent is being wasted here, right? So that's the doubler attitude. What happens with the doubler attitude, it goes over and over and over into new things, and it constantly repeats this pattern, and then suddenly pattern, and someday it just goes like this, downwards. And doublers are usually people who are always unhappy, right? They're never satisfied with anything. They're always trying new things. So this is not good at all. So if you try to do anything, eventually, what happens with a doubler, you lose your drive, and you start saying, oh, I have to do this thing, I better not even try because I'm going to fail, because my pattern is like success, plateau, success, plateau, and then no success whatsoever, or limited success. So I better not even go there. Something is really depressing me, this. I don't want to try it, and you start procrastinating big time with everything, right? Or most of the things that you want to do. This doubler attitude can happen also partially in your subconsciousness, because you tried some things, didn't work out, and now your subconscious is saying to you, I don't want to do it, I just don't want to do it, maybe I should do something else. And you go wash the dishes or take care of the kids, or find something else to do, a new course, but you don't want to do whatever you needed to do, and you procrastinate it on, right? So that's one attitude. The other attitude that you develop is a stressor. So what stressor does, it's like a similar pattern to this one. Let me just grab this thing. So it's a similar pattern that develops, but the stressor, what it does is it takes things a little bit more, energetically. So this is the pattern, this is potential, these are the results. The stressor says, okay, this is amazing result I reached, this is super duper, I'm so talented, this was the right choice for me, and then it suddenly reaches a plateau. I mean, did you ever experience this? You take on a new thing and you're really successful when you're learning the new thing, and you achieve 20 to 30% success, and then suddenly you plateau, and then you start having doubts, right? So this is where the doubler drops off, and where the stressor keeps on going. Oh my God, this I reached a plateau, I'm not getting results. I have to get a new coach. I have to research. I have to talk to people. I have to go out there and find solution, and then one day, doesn't matter how long it takes, they're going to break through, and they know it, and they break through one day. Yoo-hoo! So, do you know this pattern as well? Of oh my God, I got it. Yes, I got it, right? So this is the stressor. They reach the plateau, and they do everything in their life possible. They reach out for help, and then they break through, right? So this is the stressor, how they do things. And the belief and attitude is here, I will make it. I will not stop. I will do this thing, right? No matter what it takes. And they neglect their family, they neglect their health, they neglect their growth, they neglect their contribution, they neglect their heart, they neglect everything, right? And their life is one of constant stress. And what happens with their potential? Potential is always unlimited, right? But because of this attitude of, oh my God, I'm so stressed out and I'm going to give everything, I'm going to sacrifice my life to succeed, potential actually shrinks, right? And the last one, this is not a good path to do, right? These two, the doubler stressor is not good. And I could relate with the stressor attitude myself, so I know what I'm talking about here. The last one is the attitude of leader. So what happens with the attitude of the leader? The leader goes through all of these things, right? But when he knows its potential, the leader says, I'm going to take action that is going to be smart, intelligent, and I'm going to emulate people who already have done it, right? And I know my potential and my purpose in the world. The action that I take is going to come from the heart. Because the leaders, the true leaders, want to always contribute to others. They give love. You know, when you feel love and gratitude and you're at service, you can rarely, very rarely, you do still, right, experience that kind of stress, you know, and neglecting everything around you, right? So the results that the leaders get, like whether they're small or big, it doesn't matter. They're saying, okay, I'm getting some results or I'm not getting the results, or what do I have to do to succeed? You know, this is really exciting journey for me, right? So who out there has the results that I want? Who has an amazingly successful family? Who has this beautiful, successful career and balanced life in their job? Where can I find this workplace where there's balance, right? Where can I find these people to inspire me, right? So the results, and then the attitude that they develop is that of a leader, of the influencer. And what is the crucial difference in all of these things? When these three fail, now these two, doubler says, you know what, you know, I don't think this job is, you know, good for me, right? The stressor says, you know what, I don't have time for my family. So they give all of these, you know, outward, you know, reasons for their failures: time, economy, you know, the people, they were not good, the team was not good, you know, my boss is horrible, my colleagues are toxic. So these are like things that they blame for their lack of results. However, the leader knows that there's only one thing that causes success or failure, and this is it. It's been staring at you all along. Are the resources that you find yourself to succeed. So the resourcefulness equals resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is the key that distinguishes leaders from doublers and stressors. So the leaders have this amazing attitude, right? Attitude or belief at potential. They're tapping into each other, they're constantly growing, they're always in the peak state. And they have this vision and power inside to influence others to do whatever they want to do, right? So the others start following them, right? If you know great leaders out there, these people have usually started from nothing, right? And then you have these rich people financially who have everything, and then they're doing nothing with their lives. They're ending up in like rehabs all the time. So the key to success is having your own resourcefulness inside, finding constant solutions, innovations, right? And this resourcefulness is going to propel you out of any procrastination that you may experience. Because everybody experiences procrastination, because it's something that happens subconsciously inside of us and stops us. It's connected with limiting beliefs. I'm going to talk to you about with 6 human needs. Everything is connected. They try everything. So the leaders have greater resourcefulness inside of themselves. That's why their circle is always propelling upwards. So their line of success is like this, right? So these are the leaders. And this is somebody that you want to find and emulate, because this is part of your resourcefulness. And I'm going to talk to you more about these topics of success in the other videos. Until then, be kind, be brave, and create the world you love to live in.